In the previous video, you guys understood about the relation between Cp, Cv and R, correct? Now let's try to understand what are thermodynamic state variables. See, thermodynamic state variables are nothing but they represent or they characterize the situation of the system. It's very easy to understand, like pressure, volume, temperature, mass, all these things. See, when I say the pressure of the system is so many Pascal, it characterizes the situation of the system, correct? Volume is so many meter cube. It's a characteristic of the system. So these are called as thermodynamic state variables in layman terms to understand. Alright. Now, what if I have a relation between these thermodynamic state variables? That is called as thermodynamic state equation. Okay. Now, I try to relate the pressure, the temperature, volume, all these things. Fine. Now, for an ideal gas, the relation between all these thermodynamic state variables is PV is equal to mu RT. P is pressure, V is volume, mu is the number of moles of the gas, R is the gas constant, T is the temperature. Okay, so see, P, V, R, not R actually, P, V and T, these three are the thermodynamic state variables, correct? And the state variables are related by the state equation, and that is given by this one. Okay, now whenever we talk about different types of state variables and how they're related to it, this is generally the equation what we are going to use. Now that you have understood what is a state variable, now thermodynamic state variables are divided into two types: extensive, intensive. Now extensive are the ones which changes when the size changes. Now intensive, they do not change. Okay, now best example for extensive is volume, mass, or internal energy. These are certain examples. Now think about it. When you suppose that you have a balloon, okay, you increase the size of the balloon, volume changes. So extensive state variable. Mass changes, internal energy also changes, correct? Whereas for for intensive, it's not gonna change, like pressure, temperature, or even density. Okay, so these are certain state variables which are intensive. That means if the size changes, they do not change. Extensive are the ones which changes when the size is going to change. Okay, so these are what we call as the thermodynamic state variables, and the relation between the state variables is given by thermodynamic state equation.